Oh mama, last night I met a young man. Oh mama,
What is up, you guys? It's your girl Conditional coming back with another video. Today we're going to do some Halloween quests on Fallout. And we're going to talk about how you can prepare for college if you are considering going. Sorry, I need to get my notes. How are you guys today? What's up? Hope you guys are doing good. Well, of course it's the right direction. Okay. So college, if you're considering on going to college, right? If you thought about it and you really decided, okay, this is what I'm going to do, I'm going to teach you how to prepare for college. Now this one some of the tips can be used at any age, no matter, no matter where you are in life. So tip number 1 would be, first, consider what you're going to go to college for. Like, I want you to think long and hard and really decide, like, what's your passion, and also what's going to make you money, what's in demand in the field, what's going to make you have this skill or this education really, make you stand apart. Okay, so tip number 2, I would say research colleges and see what kind of programs they offer and see if they line up with what you want to do in life. Okay, and this will take a little bit of time, so you don't want to rush this process. You really want to take your time and see what's really out there. Tip number 3, take as many tours of colleges as you can. Okay, as many as you possibly can go on. Do a road trip or something of that nature. If a parent's down or if a couple of your friends are down, and just get, acquainted. Nice. Okay. Oh. Alright, tip number 4. Prep for the SAT and the ACT. You can prep by doing a number of things. I know some high schools offer free after school SAT and SAT courses. Also too, you can also go to the library and they may have a copy of, I know definitely of the SAT. I don't know about the ACT, if or whatever. I think, but I do believe high schools in recent legal, terms or whatever, I believe they're trying to just I believe they're trying to take out the ACT. So I do believe they're just trying to make the SAT like the standard, I believe. Okay, so but prep for it by just go ahead and get an edition. Now these can be really expensive, honestly. They can be really expensive. I fortunately was able to borrow a SAT book from my neighbor at the time, so that happened for me, could happen for you. But tip number 5. Uh, I don't know. I believe there could still be existence for things of this nature. Now, when I went to high school, I could get free vouchers for these tests. So go to your counselor, your home counselor, whoever that may be. I believe they work in like the main office. Go to them and ask them for a voucher for the test. So I was able to get both vouchers, so that was pretty cool. All right. So tip number 6. After you like hunkered down, after you laid maybe a couple of eggs on which colleges you may want to go to, apply for them early. You know, some of them are very competitive, and this the school year, it really does fill up fast. So don't do like me and apply all late. Apply early. Just don't let it be. Apply early. Okay. Okay. So tip number 7. As you apply, you realize as you're doing application that there are things called admission fees. I believe every school has one. This kind of came into play for me when I was applying for colleges as well. I didn't have the money for the admission fee. I didn't even know there was an admission fee. But I don't know, each school is different. I believe they're around $25. I don't know, some schools are more. I'm not sure. But fortunately, I had an uncle who didn't mind paying for it. Thank God for all my uncles and aunts, right? And that is it. Okay, great. Okay, so we could go right into, oh yeah, we were on tip number 7, and I was telling you to save money or tell your parents or whomever you may know, grandma, boyfriend, girlfriend, um, whomever, to possibly help you if you don't have the fee or whatever. Okay, tip number 8. Build some great relationships with your teachers. They really, really help you out in life, period. So all throughout life, build, no matter where stage you are, if you have teachers, build really good relationships with them. You never know when their just love and their kindness just comes in handy. I've had many teachers, I feel like they just loved me to my soul, and it felt really good. Okay. Tip number 9. Make sure to get get some great recommendation letters. You gonna need them. Give your teachers a little cheat list of what you've done and what you accomplished. Let's go right into another quest. What you've done and what you accomplished. And get them great recommendation letters. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Shine on. All it will do, it'll just make you look better. Okay? And it'll be even easier when you come to whomever for a recommendation letter because they'll give you one. It'll be even easier for you. Okay. So another tip while preparing for college. Man, you can practice this. Honestly, you should be practicing this, but these 2 tips, 10 and 11, I'll tell you, learn how to drive. When I was in college, I learned how to drive because my roommate, fortunately allowed like she taught me how to drive. So that's how I learned. My mom was not very patient. I remember only really driving with her maybe 2, 3 times. I really didn't drive a lot with my mom. I learned because of my roommate. Shout out to her. Okay. And also tip number 11. Learn how to cook. Like I foolishly was thinking like, oh, you know, foolishly thinking like, oh, I'm just gonna rely on my meal plan. Everything's gonna be great. Um, you know, this is gonna be awesome. Man, let me tell you something. You're gonna need some groceries, and you gonna need to know how to cook like a little something, because man, you get hungry in the middle of the night. And also you get hungry and maybe you don't feel like going all the way down to the dining hall to eat. So learn how to put together meals, things like that. And I'm like, hamburger helper is cool, but I'm talking about like nice little breakfasts for yourself, lunches for yourself. And then, eventually dinners, like nice little meals. Like maybe you can cook some, I don't want to say ramen, but hey, I love ramen, okay? So I'm not judging you if you want to. But I'll just give you tips of what I used to do. So I used to just, throw a little chicken, take a little rice packet with some beans, some veggies, and I would just throw that chicken in there. Man, I get me a piece of bread. Man, that's my meal. And I'm not really a big veggie eater, but in my recent years, I just understand, that I need my vegetables. Can't deny me them veggies. Okay? So, learn how to cook a couple meals. So, tip number 12 would be, this is really for parents or guardians, would be try to set aside some money for them to save for college. Because college, as we know, college is expensive. That's why you really have to try to save for it. You really have to try to put aside funds, because these loans are no joke, I promise you. But I'm committed to doing it, and you can commit to doing it too. So tip number 13. Is this a parent's tip? No, we're just preparing for college right now, Okay, so, okay. Oh, yeah. I thought I was missing something, Lord. Okay, I got all turned around. Okay, tip number 13. This is as we're going kind of into college. What you may come to learn when you're in college, that the major you picked out is something that either it may not make you any money, or it's something that you just thought you don't need a college education for, right? That's why I say really focus on all these tips, but really focus on number 1 in terms of what you want to do for the rest of your life. Because if you really hunker down what you're going to do and you look it up, you'll notice that you don't even need a college education for it. You don't even have to spend the money. Like, you can just go straight there and do exactly just that. Okay, so tip number 14 would be it's okay to start over. Luckily I started over within like my first couple of years. I had to refocus my direction on where I wanted to be in college. So tip number 14, no matter where you are, it's okay to start over. Okay. Thank goodness. I was afraid nobody heard my signal. We were jumped by raiders. That's all I heard. They kept talking about something called the Super Cup. They've got my sister. Please, you've got to help her. Something to do with impressing their leader. Can you ask them yourself when you rescue my sister? Okay, so where was I? I was on tip number 15, I believe. Yeah, I was talking about don't be afraid to start over. Okay, it's true. Sometimes you have to start over, and that's okay. It's alright. Okay, so tip number 15, I believe. Or we're on 16. I don't know, you guys. I don't know. But just another tip in how you can prepare for college. Also, too, is try to make the best grades that you possibly can, because those grants and that scholarship really does help out a lot. It really does. And that is all I have for today, you guys. Thank you so much for watching. Stay tuned in. I do these Tuesday, Saturday, Sunday. No, Tuesday, Friday, Saturday. Until then, next time. Bye.
Nah. Where's that grind? I'm good. Yeah. Going to your bitch, I'm cool. Hey, hey.